Yo, yo. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks podcast. And it's a nice little impromptu podcast, man. Nice little impromptu podcast. I had to do it just because I already watched that Last of Us 2 trailer like 5 times. Um, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. And I was like, you know what? I gotta do a trailer reaction. Um, watch it. We gonna watch it together. We gonna be hyped together. Then we're definitely gonna talk about the hate of The Last of Us 2. I definitely want to touch on it a little bit more. But after I talk about it today, I'm not talking about it anymore. At least not on my channel. If I get on When Persona Speaks, if I get on Barry channel, so, Speak from the Heart or Sick channel or something like that, or if I'm on a guest on a podcast or something like that, I'll talk about it. But as far as on my channel, I'm not talking about it no more after today. Before we get into anything, man, shout out to the early birds, the early ones, man. Super Milkshake, Buck Rogers, Raph, man. Really appreciate you guys coming through. Big round of applause. Big round of applause for y'all, man, for the early birds, the day ones. Appreciate y'all a lot. So yeah, this podcast, like I said, is impromptu. When Persona Speaks. We're gonna definitely do the trailer reaction. The trailer's hype. The trailer's hype as hell. I love the trailer. I love the ambiance. I'm pulling out the dictionary. I'm pulling out the thesaurus. Make sure I'm loving the ambiance that the trailer exudes, and I'm loving the aesthetic of the trailer. Like I felt like I was. I felt like I was there, right? And I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, Persona, you exaggerating. Get up out of here. You felt like you was there. You just saying that because it's a PlayStation exclusive, Persona. That's the only reason why you're saying that, because it's a PlayStation exclusive." Nah, man. Sometimes good games are. A good game is just that. When a game is that good, it's gonna do that to you. You feel me? For those that have been watching my channel or have been around on my channel for a long time, they'll tell you I'm all about the immersion. I'm all about the immersion. I'm talking, the sound system up, the bass thumping, especially when I'm playing games. I'm all about the immersion. You feel me? And this game, the trailer did a good job of that, and I can't wait for it. And I watched it on the big TV. I had it coming through the sound, the sound bar in the subwoofer, so that the floor was, vibrating. And I'm like, yo, this trailer's fire. Yo, hey Akumu, what's good, man? I'm currently playing Final Fantasy VII Zodiac Age. This might be my first platinum ever. Yo, man, AI, that's a good game. That's a really, really good game. That Final Fantasy 12, that's the best. Don't listen to what Barry said. When Barry tell you 7 the best, get up out of here. Listen, man, 12 the best. Tell him I said it. You feel me? Yeah, 12 is fire. That's what's up if you're gonna get that platinum, man. That's good shit. No point wasting time on dudes that are hating on the game. Exactly, Buck. Exactly. Yo, hold on. We got my boy Sick Humor in the building. Big round of applause for my boy Sick Humor. He did his podcast earlier. His podcast is definitely great. It got me through my work day. Shout out to my boy Sick. But yeah, guys, I'm not gonna hold you guys up. You guys probably already seen the trailer, but we're gonna watch it together. We're gonna talk about certain aspects of the trailer that just had me like, oh man, this is amazing. We're gonna talk about it, guys. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get your whatever you need. Hold on one second. Full display. I know I'm gonna do full display because we gotta show some respect. You gotta put some respect on this. You feel me? I'm not gonna do the border display. We're gonna do a full display for this. So guys, sit back, relax. I really hope you guys enjoy the trailer with me. Let's watch the trailer.
I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. Ellie! But they ain't.
Yo, look how good my faces look. My God.
Please stop!
Sony Interactive, SIE. Naughty Dog, the gods right there, man.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
My God.
How'd you find us?
You can't stop this.
I want what you want. But not at any cost. I really hope you make it.
Yo.
I have to finish it.
There's a cost.
Oh my God.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
Oh! Yo, guys. Guys. Oh boy. Oh my God. Yo, Pitch Black, what's good, man? Appreciate you coming through. Yo, guys, that trailer was I got some goosebumps. I gotta process that for a second, because that was a really good trailer. That was a really, really, really good. The trailer is just amazing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to compose myself. So the trailer. One thing I like about the trailer, and we're gonna go back to it too. I'm gonna play it back, but I'm not. Obviously, I'm gonna talk over it. And we'll just. One thing about the trailer. So I feel like here. We're definitely gonna. I definitely feel like we're gonna start off, like, on some flashback shit. We probably won't start off on flashback, but I feel like through Ellie's journey on this game, we either gonna be doing some flashback missions from when they were young, or she's gonna be having like some flashback moments to when Joel and Ellie, first started, their journey back in the day. She looks kind of. It's funny too, because she looks kind of different here, and I'm talking compared to like Last of Us 1 Ellie. Like, she looks kind of. I guess because it's actually made for the PS4, she looks. It just look. I don't know. She pops in this when she's young like this, which again, it looks great. She looks great. So yeah, I'm excited to see what type of flashback story, flashback missions, whatever we're gonna be seeing. But that's what I got from this portion of it. And then, yo, that sunset, man, that open area, it just it just looks. And obviously here you're playing as Joel, and now that I'm thinking about it, the flashbacks that we see might actually be the flashbacks between. I'm sure the flashbacks with Ellie, obviously we'll see that, but I think some of the if we're playing as Joel and we see some of the flashbacks, because you can clearly, this is Joel. I'm gonna assume, just because when we see Joel, and when we see Last of Us 2 Joel, he's got like much more of a beard, a lot of gray, he's got long hair. So if we're seeing, if this Joel is to be the flashback Joel from Last of Us 1, I got a feeling if we do get any type of flashback missions or flashback cutscenes or whatever with Joel, pertaining to Joel, I feel like the flashbacks are going to be between when his daughter died in Last of Us 1, and when it cuts from there to Tess. So that 20-year gap, because remember, he was running with his back in Last of Us 1, he was running with his brother. So they were, if I'm not mistaken, his brother was Firefly. He was a Firefly at one point, or he was doing some stuff with them. So some of the flashback missions that we may see with Joel may be that 20-year gap, which again, if that's the case, I'm all for that. Like, I'm really excited for that. So very excited. And then, cut here. This, one thing here, again, this is a great shot. Clearly this is a flashback mission, or I keep saying mission, not a flashback mission, but like, clearly this is a flashback. But one thing about it too, let me slow it up. Normal speed. So one thing about here, so we see that him and Ellie are sharing a moment, right? And I think those are the things in Last of Us 1, especially when you get later in the journey. Those are the things in Last of Us 1 that really, when they really started warming up to each other and really started to care and stuff like that, you started to get that close towards, like, I want to say like 60% through the game, from like 60% through the game to the end, and then, everything that happened at the end happened, and then, we're here at Last of Us 2. So I feel like we'll be seeing a lot more of those heartwarming moments in this game between them when they were young, because clearly this is young, like, she young as hell here. This is young Ellie, right? And again, the render here, she really does pop, right? It just she looks, when you play Last of Us 1 remaster and then you look at like Last of Us 1 Ellie in Last of Us 2, it pops differently. So this is her. So clearly we're gonna be seeing some, it's gonna be an Ellie and Joel Ellie and Joel moments, where they're gonna be on the journey. And I just feel like when you are playing as a like present day Ellie and Joel, I feel like you're gonna be playing as Ellie. Joel's gonna be the one that's gonna be following your lead. You straight up Ellie, and I'm all for that. Like, I'm digging that. Yo, this right here. Wait, cut back. What are you doing? How do I get back? No, here we go. Hey, hold on. This part here is, yo, yo, yo. The render on Joel, guys. Y'all can't tell me that ain't crazy. Y'all can't tell me that ain't smooth. Crazy. I want to be able to see your comments. Hold up. Let me take this over here, just so I can see y'all comments. Sorry about that, guys. Oops. I wanted to so I can see y'all comments. I don't know why I can't see y'all comments on the other one. But the render here, fire. Like, this is fire. The render is definitely fire. The danger clearly is there. The danger that they face, all of that is clearly there. None of that is gone. Again, solid. That's how it should be. So you're still, I like that they're showing you, letting you know, like, look, we haven't moved away from what makes Last of Us great, and that's the environments, that's the enemies, the sneaking around and stuff like that. I definitely think those things are going to be a lot more aggressive, a lot more advanced, and you're going to definitely have to be a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? You're definitely going to have to be a lot more strategic with how you play the game, especially if you're playing on harder difficulties. I can imagine what like survivor difficulty is going to be, especially when you sneak around with the dogs that can sniff you out. Man. So here, yo, this part here, yo, her face here is crazy. Well, I want to slow that down even more. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, shit, no. Oh, yeah, 1080p. Hold on, I'm trying to slow that down just a little bit more. Yo, guys. Her face there is on point. Please stop. On point. That's on point. Again, there's clearly a present danger here that she's dealing with, like that she's experiencing at this point, and you can see like the pain and stuff in her face. Like you can really see the like that she's dealing, like something crazy is happening at this scene, and I can't wait to get to this scene in the game to see what got her face like, yo, please stop. Crazy. Then it pops that Sony Interactive. They're gonna let you know. They're gonna let you know it's greatness on the screen. She got that wear and tear, yo. She going through it. My boy Joel. Yo, look at her hair, man. Look at her face here, man. She clearly she's crying. Or she was crying. Look at her eyes, man. And clearly she got into a fight. Look how black she got that black eye. Yo, Ellie is one tough cookie. Yo, the finest was good, man. Wow, that's the Pro. Can't wait for the PS5. Yo, PS5 day one, you already know. PS5 day one. Riding through the horse. Buck Rogers said, my only complaint with Naughty Dog games is they take control away from the player too often. Other than that, they make some great games. I think I get what you mean. You mean like when like you get to like a certain part of the game, like it'll start like force walking you that way or something like that. I know. I get what you mean. The way they were talking with Last of Us 2, I think the way this game is gonna go is, it's gonna be more open. It's gonna be more expansive. So I think you're really gonna have like a lot more freedom here. I don't want to say like a whole lot, but I think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be like a traditional. Oh, once you get here, you got to go here. You can't go back here type stuff. I think you're gonna be free to kind of move around a little bit, especially if that's any indication from Lost Legacy. Clearly, that's Joel's brother. Still got look at the guts. Look at the guts. Ooh, the gruesomeness is definitely still here. A lot of people want to kill her. This part right here, like with that red light, like I can't wait to get to this part of the game, just because that red light, that red background or whatever. I feel like it's just gonna add that, especially when you playing on like a 4K TV on big TV and you playing that scene with that deep red like that. Like, watch, you'll see it in the next scene. So they out for her. Facial expressions on point. Listen, guys, facial expressions on point. I'm gonna always point that out. Get off me! What you doing? Get off me! She gotta bandage herself up. She tough. She built for it tough. We got the the workbench. We got the workbench. So you already know that's gonna be happening. I like how they got the little power supply right there, little power strip. You know what's funny? I got that same power strip. It's just in white. Who y'all? Where y'all going? Got some characters here. Here we go. Look at the yo. Yo guys, listen. Listen. When the first time I watched the trailer and I seen this like this red drop they got on the screen with her, yo. The reason why it looks so cool to me is cuz like I feel like the red for her represents, how do I say it? So red, okay, so the color red is a very strong and overbearing color. Like it's a very, red represents anger. Red represents, you know, when you think of red, it's a very loud, a very angry, a very aggressive color. And it draws a lot of attention, right? When I see Ellie in this specific scene right here with the red, and almost as if like her entire body, like, you know, it looks like she's red, like, you know, she's just red, like the entire red background, all of it. I think for me, when I'm looking here, I feel like it's showing her transitioning into like anger, like rage. Like rage is overtaking her here, because you see that she changes. Because like even when you like, let me set it to normal, because I want you to hear it. So when you set it to normal, let me set it to normal. Hold up. Right. So, oh, sorry about that. So when we're here, you know, it, like when you look earlier in the trailer, you see like she's crying. Her eyes are real swelled up from crying, real watery. She's still, I don't want to say she's still a kid, but the trailer's kind of showing you she's still got some innocence left. Even if she's out killing, you know, she's killing to survive. She's killing because that's what that's what she's trying to do. But then when it transitions, right, it, like the trailer, it changes. So watch. So even, and listen to the music, because you see like, all right, so here's a perfect example. You see the innocence on her face. She's innocent. You know, she's just, you know, she's traveling, whatever. She's doing what she got to do. She's trying to survive and all these different things, right? Now the music,
But not at any cost.
you hear the build up, right? Because the music starts, so the music starts off, it's like a build up.
You can't stop this.
So you see, she's still trying to survive. You know, she's still killing, right?
I want what you want.
You hear the music, the dum 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 dum. That, I feel like the music for that represents, like, she's building up, yo. Like, I'm starting to get angry. I can't take this no more. So it's building up.
But not at any
It's
cost.
building up. She's still, and even here, even here's a perfect example. Look at her face. You feel me? Like, she's still, like, when you look at the face, she's still got that innocence. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can still kind of see it, right? So it's like dum dum. You hear the build up. You see, and then it goes here. It cuts here. And she's like, from here on in the trailer, she's an entirely different person. Like it changes. So peep the rest of the trailer.
I really hope you make it.
Look, her friends are walking away from. So we know from the very first trailer that this dude is an ally, right? When you look here, you can see that, like, when a friend's had enough of being on your side, like, they kind of have to walk away from you. And she's like standing there. She's kind of dumbfounded, because she's realizing that the people that she loves is walking away from her, right? He walks away. She's like, all right. The red, you see? Now it's different. The innocence is gone. Now she's going through this.
Finish it.
They look. It always shows her. It constantly that red. I don't know. For me, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, guys. But I feel like the red. It's significant of her change, like her change, right?
I have to finish it.
There's a cost.
Her memories walking away. That's the conflict within herself. Yo, maybe I'm reading too deep into it. Maybe, I don't know, guys. Tell me if I'm reading too deep into it. What y'all think? The conflict within herself.
We could have killed you.
You see the anger.
Maybe you should have.
You see the anger. You see the anger. You see it all. It's all there. It's all there, guys. I don't know. The trailer's amazing. I definitely think it's got some deeper. I feel like if you really look at it, it's got some deeper significance to it. Because it's a reason. I don't know. I feel like it's a reason why they show those areas where it's like it's a lot of red. You know, because like I said, red represents anger. It's very aggressive. But that is the trailer, guys. I'm sorry, can we watch this one part again? I don't know. This part here just like always like gets me, cause like the music and everything is just so dope. Like just that dum 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 dum. I don't know. It's like really dope to me. I want to watch it.
I want what you want, but not at any cost. I really hope you make it.
Ah man, this game.
I have to finish it.
This game.
There's a cost.
This game, man.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should
Maybe you
have.
should have. Oh man, guys, that's I love the trailer. But yeah, that's the trailer reaction. I'm excited. June 19th is when it comes out, right? June 19th? Yeah. It's the 19th. Yeah, June 19th, 2020. That's about 5 weeks away. Yeah, about 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks. That's not that long. Honestly speaking. Trailer looks heck of intense. Yeah, Buck, the trailer's very aggressive, very intense. I love it though. I love that they went that direction with the trailer. I love it. Shout out to Naughty Dog. But speaking of Naughty Dog, we about to transition. So the trailer comes out as fire, whatever. And again, guys, like I said, with this whole Naughty Dog hate thing, I'm gonna speak on this one more time here on my channel, and then I'm not speaking about it no more, just because we know what people's agendas are. Especially if you watch this channel, you guys know what it's about. So I seen something floating around from some guy, some popular YouTuber. What's this guy's name? I forgot his name. It's on Twitter. Let me because I think I didn't retweet it, because hell no, I ain't putting that shit on my thing. But he was talking about, it was somebody who's talking about how Ellie, he wanted to see Ellie get married to a man and have kids and all this other shit. Guys, listen. Y'all gotta understand when you being sold bullshit, okay? Especially from these big YouTubers. You gotta understand when you being sold bullshit, okay? there's a ton of video game characters that I love. Like they're just really great characters. They're awesome, right? Never in my mind was I mad at a creator or mad at the game, at the story, whatever, because they didn't get married and have kids and all this bullshit. Listen, listen, guys. I'm not reading that deep into it. Not at that level, The character growth and things like that, you do want to see those types of things, but the growth that I'm looking at, especially with The Last of Us, I'm not, especially during guys, during a pandemic, you feel me? I'm thinking about I'm thinking, gee, these characters should get married and have this character should get married and have kids. A game about clickers and zombies and fireflies and all this other crazy shit that's coming after to kill me, and I gotta protect myself. And what I'm thinking about at the end of the game is this chick needs to get married and have kids. What? What? Do you guys understand how foolish, how silly that sounds? But listen, people will say things like that because it gets the clicks, it gets the views. This man's getting shared around because I don't follow. Whoever follows him shared it and then shared it and then shared it, and that's how I saw it. I don't follow this YouTuber or anything like that. I saw it from somebody else that was sharing it, but sharing it not out of support, out of anger. You want the clicks. You want the views. Because there's no fucking way in my mind, in anybody's mind, any sane person's mind, and you thinking about kids and marriage to a man. To a man. What are you talking? Is this ain't your daughter? This ain't. And even if it was your daughter, if she not trying to do that, all right. You feel me? Like, okay. I wanna see the kid. I wanna see Ellie get married to a man and have kids. Yo, listen, bro. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen, man. I just got one thing to say to y'all, man.
Shut up!
Y'all gotta just, the Naughty Dog hate is it's getting out of it's not getting out of control. It's starting to get laughable, because one thing about a lot of gamers in this community, especially the ones, especially the fake outrage ones, people never vote with their wallets. They never use their wallet as the way they speak. They'll be on social media for weeks. Guys, when I say weeks, we're talking weeks, months. These people will be on social media complaining. They'll spoil the game. They're gonna badmouth the developers. They're gonna harass Neil Druckmann, harass all these different people. Oh, I hate PlayStation, blah, 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 blah. They will do all of that. Be on every podcast under the sun talking about how fucked up Naughty Dog is, how bad the game's going to be, SJW, SJW, SJ fucking W. And then still go out and buy the game. Even the people that dislike Neil Druckmann's message. I think it's at like 80,000 dislikes. I guarantee you at least 70,000 of those people are still going to buy the game. They won't tell you. Some of them won't tell you. Some of them be like, oh, I'm going to still try it out anyway. I just disagree with everything. That's how they get out of looking stupid, right? They'll complain on social media all day, complain about how wrong this is, complain about how wrong that is, whatever, right? And then they'll buy the game, and when you get on them like, oh, I thought you wasn't buying it. Oh, I'm a gamer first. I'm going to buy it. Even though I don't like the direction that it's going in, I'm still going to buy the game and give it a chance, because that's what gamers do. I'm going to get it. I'm going to buy the game because they don't want to look stupid. Because in actuality, in reality, they were always going to buy the game. Always. And this is why I laugh at these people. Because you complain and complain and complain and still buy the game. None of you stand by your convictions. I don't get it. No matter how much hate you try to throw at Naughty Dog, the game will still sell millions. It's still going to break records. It's still going to review high. You know why? Because it's a great game. It's greatness. It's coming out of Naughty Dog's camp. Yo, Envy, what's good, man? It's coming out of Naughty Dog's camp. Y'all still gonna buy the game. Y'all still buying the game. So to the hate that everyone is trying to throw at Naughty Dog, you look foolish. You look foolish. What else did I see? Neil Druckmann put out a message. Everybody mad at him. I saw that they were sending death threats or some shit like that. Everybody's mad at him. They mad at Naughty Dog. They about to boycott. No, y'all not. Shut up. Y'all mad at the man for creating. Y'all trying to tell the man how to paint. How would you like it if somebody that don't work at your job come to your job and tell you how to do your job? Get the fuck out of here. You want to do it? Because that's the first thing I'm going to ask. Do you want to do it? Oh, no, I don't know how to do that. And shut the fuck up. Oh, man. Oh, man, guys. I haven't used none of my soundboard stuff in a minute. Okay, this one's a good one. So to everybody that's throwing hate at Naughty Dog,
congratulations, you played yourself.
Congratulations. I gotta update my soundboard. My soundboard sucks. I got like a bunch of old stuff. I gotta upgrade it to some new stuff. People who are big mad about Ellie kissing a girl clearly haven't played The Last of Us 1 DLC. Clearly they ain't played the game. Clearly. You right about that, Envy. Clearly they ain't played the game, played the DLC. That was known. So you can't be surprised when she's out here kissing a girl in The Last of Us 2. But for a lot of people, especially the ones that ain't played the game, it's not even about about upholding the integrity, or how they would say upholding the integrity of the game of the characters, whatever they're trying to say. It's about the fact that it's showing two women kissing. And it's just red flags for them. They angry. They big mad. They whatever. And it's like, do you like look around the world, bro? You must walk through life angry if two people of the same sex kissing gets you that angry. And two fuck that, two fictional people. Hell, a woman being a lead character in a game gets you that angry? You must walk through life angry, bro. Especially if you got like a female boss or something like that, like in real life at your job. You must go to work angry every fucking day, man. Because I can't imagine someone being this angry over something so minute, something so small, insignificant. You feel me? As great as Ellie is, you feel me? The gameplay, the story, I'm looking at all of that. You guys, a lot of people are looking at Ellie being the lead and they're mad. Like, that's it. They're dismissing the game. It's SJW trash. And I said it on my last podcast. If you decide not to buy the game and you actually don't buy the game, good riddance. We don't need you. Where is? Damn, I used to have my soundboard on point. I can't. I could. I'm so bad with the soundboard. I'm off with the soundboard. Be like, good riddance. We don't need. I think these people are like people who say racism doesn't exist. It does, but they don't want to deal with it. Um. Either so for people that say racism doesn't exist, I think those people. Part of it is they don't want to deal with it, but I think the other part of it is the areas that these people grow up in. They, real sheltered, if they are only around one specific race all their life and shit, then they see, when they see shit that's outside of the norm, they're not used to seeing that shit. And when it comes to, again, video games, because you see a lot of people saying they don't want politics and games and all this other shit, blah, blah, blah. What kind if there was like, if it was straight up like no politics or no real world influence to any of these games, how great would these games truly be? Like, really ask yourself that. Because regardless of like what a game, the way a game is created, some form of it comes from like real world influences. It, even if it's like has to do with aliens and stuff like that. If there's any type of political espionage, if there's any type of backstabbing, things like that going on in the game, those are things that come from the real world. If there's no type of influences like that from the real world, how great will these games truly be? Yo, Logical, what's good? Wavy, what's good? Fresco Jester, what's up? I'm very interested. I gotta hear this. Thank you. For example, The Last of Us 1 had to do with, in terms of like the infection, I think it was the vaccine that was causing them to get infected and all that other type of shit. And, people were sick and all that. That influence comes from real life. You feel me? Shit like where would that thought process come from? A lot of people get their ideas and their creative, their creation. Like, you ask a lot of creators, and I'm not even talking about creators from games, just creators, period. A lot of them get their ideas from like real life situations, real life events, and it sparks an idea, and then they create something from that. It may not be exactly one to one like that, but they create things that's along those lines of that type of real world event, environment, whatever. You feel me? That's just how creation goes. When it comes to The Last of Us 2 and what's going on in The Last of Us 2, a female lead going through a post-apocalyptic world trying to survive, that's not unrealistic. that's just life. You feel me? There's nothing unrealistic about that, having to fight for your life and survive and form bonds and relationships and shit like that. None of that is unrealistic. This type of virus really exists. It just hasn't mutated to the form of people that's the crazy part, to be honest. Fresco, exactly. But that, you see how that's in real life, that's an influence from real life. So anything that's going on in Last of Us 2, and that's one thing I don't understand about, like, especially when they see like female leads and stuff like that in video games. People say that stuff is unrealistic, like beating up dudes and all this other shit. Yo, I don't know what world you people come from or what type of lives you've lived, but I've seen some women beat the shit out of guys. I've seen women beat the shit out of guys. I'm not saying, it So it's especially having a female that's like a skilled fighter. You think they gonna yo? I would love to see like a black belt martial artist woman or taijutsu woman fight like a regular guy off the street. I'd love to see that. Like, I'm so serious. I would love to see like just a random guy off the street like tries to fight like a black belt woman or tries to fight a woman that's like a skilled boxer or a skilled fighter. I'm 98% sure she's gonna win. She's gonna beat shit out of him too. Especially if she knows, what to look for and how he's gonna fight. But I don't know. I just think like the hate. I think you know what it is. I've experienced, especially when it comes to PlayStation exclusives. We've seen this before. We've seen it with we've seen it with the Spider-Man puddles. Spider-Man in the puddles. People were. It was so so fucked up. It was so bad that the community manager and Insomniac themselves were in fanboy comment sections on Twitter and on Twitter and all these different places, trying to explain to people that this is not true. This is not what it is. The game is this. The game is that. They were in, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. It's crazy how something so insignificant like puddles in a fucking game. Like, y'all remember that? That was what, last year? Or was that the year? When did Spider-Man come out? Last year? Did Spider-Man come out last year or was that 2018? No, it was 2018. It wasn't last year. No, it wasn't last year. 2018. Y'all remember that? Puddles, ladies and gentlemen. Puddles. Fake outrage. All over the place. Because the game still sold millions. God of War. With the jump button. Exactly, Envy. God of War with the jump button. People lost their mind. They lost their mind. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, if the combat's good and if the game is built around you not having to jump, I don't see the problem here. Like, you can still dodge, roll, and all this other shit and parry. I don't see the problem with like with not having a jump button. People lost their minds. And I'm like, the game still sold millions. The game is amazing. God of War and Spider-Man are amazing games, guys. It still sold millions. So my question is, if this many people are so outraged by these games and the lack of and the flaws that they come with, why are these games still selling so much? Someone's lying somewhere, or someone's full of shit somewhere, because these games are still selling millions. So either not that many people truly care, or someone's lying. or they do care, but they're still buying the games anyway. Because no matter what somebody will say to you. So for example, we all know that we have to eat healthy, right? Eating healthy is, you live a longer life. If you're a bigger person, if you eat healthier, you'll lose weight. All these things. We know that eating healthy is very important, right? But if somebody is coming to you and saying, don't eat this slice of pizza. This slice of pizza is bad for you. It's going to make you fat. It's going to clog your arteries. Blah, blah, blah. Don't eat this pizza. This pizza's bad. And you're looking at the pizza and you're like, it might be bad for me, but pizza tastes really good. I'm going to try it. It looks good. I'm going to try it. The same thing is happening here. People can be so outraged at the game, but the game still looks so good that they still gonna buy the game. So if you're still gonna go out and buy the game, are you truly outraged? These are the questions I'm asking. Are you truly outraged? Once they see these sales numbers for this game, people will lose their minds. PlayStation hasn't disappointed me with their games. Facts. It's just dudes spreading PlayStation hate. These guys aren't gamers. They are fanboys, unpaid corporate shills. Yo, Buck Rogers, you speaking them facts, man. You speaking them facts. Corporate shills. Yeah, it's just jealous people who didn't support games on their platform like PC and Xbox. Yo, Dewan, what's good, man? Appreciate you coming through. Fresco, if you order a pizza and it tastes good as fuck and they release a new pizza based on the first one and have completely different toppings, no sauce, just cheese, then you're like, whoa, what happened here? Okay, so Fresco, let's challenge that. If they release a new type of pizza, right, from a restaurant that you like to eat at, right, and they release a new type of pizza that's different from what you're normally used to eating, but it's at one of your favorite restaurants, wouldn't you still try it to see if it's good? Because how do you know if something truly is bad until you taste it? Right or wrong? It's your favorite restaurant. It makes great pizza. They say, oh, we changed up the recipe, or we changed up doing this, we're doing that, blah, blah, blah. If it's my favorite restaurant and they're making changes, I'm going to try the changes. I'm going to try the changes before I write them off. You get what I'm saying? Because you're right. You are going to be like, whoa, what's this? Like, you are, and rightfully so. You're not wrong to feel like that, Fresco. You're not. Rightfully so. Oh, this is a change, especially with people, when it comes to change, we as people, we tend to react differently. Some of us accept the change. Some of us have problems accepting the change. Some of us are willing to hear change out before we make a decision. If especially when it comes to Naughty Dog, again, Naughty Dog has not disappointed us. Last of Us 1, Uncharted 4, Uncharted Lost Legacy, now we get Last of Us 2, right? If they're changing the sauce and cheese, like, and again, we're talking about food, and I'm talking about food because I'm hungry as hell. But if if they're changing the sauce of the game, is it fair to write them off without trying it? How do you know if it's good or not? You can't look at food and say it's good. Oh, this ain't good. You ain't try it. You can say, oh, that doesn't look like it's good. Okay, but try it. No one wants to try. Oh, I don't want to try it. So how do you know if it tastes bad? Oh, I just know. How? You didn't try it. And that's what people are doing here. They're looking at the game. They're looking at the female lead. They're looking at whatever leaks came out, whatever. They're looking at that stuff and saying, oh, I'm not going to try that. Not even saying I'm not going to try it. They're saying, oh, that's a bad game. If it is that, Fresco, we got to wait and see. We definitely got to wait and see. Because we don't, we don't know. Yo, Rome Rush in the building. Rome Rush, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming through. I eat squid and octopus. That's an unappetizing looking dish, but I love them. Yo, look, when I was young, my mom used to like snapper. I would never try it. I didn't like it. I didn't really like any type of fish, really, when I was young, except for shrimp and crab legs. I didn't really like no other fish. And whiting. She liked, red snapper, fish, all that other stuff. I would never try it. Till one day, she's eating fish. oh, try it. I'm like, no, 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 I don't like it. Try it. She said these exact words to me. How you know you don't like it if you don't try it? Nah, I just don't like it. She like, try it, boy. So I tried it. Shit was good as hell. I was like, oh, okay. Yo, Buck, it's just hate, man. It's just hate. That's all it is. Same thing with sushi. I was real skeptical about sushi for a while, and then I don't know. What was my first sushi that I tried? I think I tried the spicy tuna. Yeah, spicy tuna California rolls. I was like, yo, these good as hell. I was like, hold on. Then I started getting to the sushi thing. I'm like, yo, sushi is actually kind of good. Squid tastes real squishy. I don't know. It doesn't. I can't explain the taste of squid. Maybe what's the name can explain it better. I can't really explain the taste of squid. It's chewy. It is chewy. Very chewy. Even when it's funny because even if you fry squid, it's still chewy. It reminds me of udon noodles because udon noodles are chewy as well, depending on how you cook them. But yeah, guys, don't let anybody spoil your excitement. Don't let anybody spoil your enjoyment, man. One thing I say, and this doesn't just go to PlayStation guys. This just goes to people in general. Regardless of what I may say about a game, as long as you enjoy the game, that's what matters. And I think you guys should definitely go into social media and go into these gaming discussions and into these, go out into the world where, you kind of have that mindset where it's like, if somebody else doesn't like a game that I like, that's their loss. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can not like the game. The problem here with The Last of Us is people deliberately trying to sabotage other people's experience all because of how they feel. That's the problem here. You're right to feel how you want to feel, but the fact that people are going out of their way to throw hate at the game, sabotage the game, create these false agendas, throw propaganda all over social media and YouTube and in these podcasts and stuff like that, that's the problem here. Because one thing that people fail to understand, especially these people that are trying to make the game fail, if games don't sell well, developers, this is how studios shut down. Not saying that this would happen to Naughty Dog per se, but for all these people that are always so gung-ho about crunch and gung-ho about developers losing their jobs, studios shutting down, and all this bullshit, you people sure are doing a hell of a job trying to get this game to fail and these developers to potentially lose their job. What happened to that? That's out the window. What about the crunch? That's out the window. All that you gonna let all that crunch go out the window all because of how you feel about the game? Just a couple months ago, you people were shouting at the rooftops of how messed up crunch was and how bad that was. You feel me? And then you going around social media and all these different places, spoiling the game, trying to destroy, their project and all this other stuff. That's crunch out the window. Who does that? That shit is crazy. AI said also, how are 1.5 hours of gameplay of an early build equivalent to the entire game? That's like reading only chapter 13 in a book with no context except the previous book in a series. Yo, listen. These people, I don't know. I don't know. Yo, Jamar, what's good, man? I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, people are gonna do what they do. I don't think this type of fake outrage is going to stop because it's been happening all gen. So I don't think, especially when it comes to PlayStation exclusives, I definitely don't think it's going to stop. All I can say to you guys is keep your head on the swivel. um, don't get spoiled. If you haven't been spoiled, don't get spoiled. It's okay to be excited about the game. Don't let anybody else's excitement stop you from being don't let anybody else's lack of excitement or hatred for a game stop you from enjoying a game or being excited. I'm excited about Last of Us 2. It's a day one purchase. Your boy got the Ellie edition. It's a day one purchase. I'm ready. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys here are going to be picking up the game as well. There will be a spoiler cast once I beat the game. And if a couple of you guys want to get on, y'all can definitely do that. And, be on the lookout for the bullshit, man. I'm telling you, especially a lot of these big YouTubers. I'm telling you, it's fake outrage. I'm telling you, it's bullshit. It's bullshit so you can click their video. It's bullshit so you can share the video out, even if you're mad. Because contrary to popular belief, they say all publicity isn't good publicity. I say it is. Especially when it comes to YouTube, because YouTube runs off what? Analytics. It doesn't matter if it's bad analytics. It's analytics, period. So if 1 million people are clicking your video and watching that ad and then watching your video just to hear the bullshit that you're talking about, that's still a view. That's still a like. That's still a dislike. That's still a comment. That's still getting your video and the analytics up there so that your video can be on the front page. So they're going to say outlandish bullshit. That's why I say, that's why I say, you guys, a lot of these big YouTubers, they ain't got your best interests. They ain't trying to speak to you. They're not speaking to you, and it's not all, but it's a good portion of these fools out here, man. They're not trying to speak to you to educate you or to have a conversation. They just want to complain and spew bullshit. I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't know. I'm just not that. I guess I'm not that type of person. You know, I really do love gaming. You know, I really do appreciate the art of gaming. You know, I've been gaming since I was 3-4 years old. You feel me? You know, one thing about gaming, I don't want to see gaming die. And upholding the integrity of gaming is something that I want to do. Like when I do these podcasts and stuff like that, I give you my perspective on things, but I'm also whenever I'm speaking on gaming or speaking on things that's happening in gaming, I'm very passionate. You know, I speak with a lot of passion. However I speak, it always comes from a place of me caring about it. In terms of like gaming itself, like I care about gaming itself. Like gaming is definitely a very important thing. And with a lot of these people in social media and in this community, you know, it's very clear they don't care about gaming. And you know, trying to pull gaming down and trying to, like, all this crazy shit. Y'all see the bullshit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We see all this crazy shit all over social media. People just spewing hate and fake outrage and just all this other bullshit. I'm just like, yo, man, I don't get how I've said this before, man. I don't get how a lot of these people say they grew up in the 80s and 90s playing video games, but then act like this. You feel me? The millennial gamers, these new age gamers that started gaming on PS3 and 360 or started gaming on PS4 and Xbox One, I'm not surprised at them. Like with the fake outrage, I'm not surprised at that. It's the ones, and it's a lot of these dudes that say that, oh, I've been gaming all my life. Oh, I've been gaming, since I was a little kid. I've been that. I don't know. I can't see how like these people can speak like that. How they've been gaming for so long and still game today and then act the way they do. it's weird, especially when it comes to like, you know, female leads and all this other shit. That's actually weird to me. Like, I feel like a lot of these people a lot of those people are weirdos to me, because I'm just like, how you grew up in the 80s playing video games and this is how you are. That don't add up. That really doesn't add up for me. My best friend, he's older. He grew up in the 80s, like in the early 80s. Like he started on Atari. Like, this man he been gaming since the very, very, very beginning. And yo, this guy, he don't act like that. He don't act like that. He's a grown ass man. He don't act like that. Like, he still love gaming to this day. Me and him still talk about gaming. We talk about the old school days of gaming. He ain't like that. He he damn sure ain't like that, man. That shit, I'm like, yo, you dudes are weird. A lot of you dudes are either lying. A lot of you dudes are either lying so that you can be accepted in this community, which is even more sad, because it's like, yo, you're an adult. You feel me? Like, and that's the problem with this social media age, is a lot of people keep looking for acceptance from people, like from tangible people. What do I mean by that? They go on social media and they say specific things, or they try to align themselves or align their views with views of people they've never met before, people that they just met through social media and through the internet. And they change their entire personas. They change their entire way of thinking for these people. They say crazy, outlandish things for these people. And I'm like, you dudes, like, y'all really have like some weak minds. Like, you don't have an abundance mindset. You feel me? And it shows. Because I'm not trying to prove nothing to nobody. You feel me? I love the games that I love. I love Japanese games. I love COD. I love shooters. I love adventure games. I love when games got female lead characters. Like, none of that shit bothers me, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at how great the game is. You feel me? I'm not bringing, even though a game may have political things in it, you know, or may have real world influences in it. When I'm playing these games, I'm playing these games with an open mindset. I'm playing these games to understand the creator's vision, or to understand why the story is like this, or why the creator went this route. And I'm just trying to enjoy the game. I'm soaking in the experience. You feel me? A lot of these people, you know, there's a lot of fucked up things that go on in the real world. You know, and I don't want to get into that, you know, in terms of politics and all that, because that's not this type of channel. But you know, there's a lot of things that go on, you know, in politics. You know, right now we're dealing with COVID-19. We're dealing with, presidency. You know, people losing their jobs. You know, black people, you know, being killed by like all these different things that's going on in the real world. The last thing I'm trying to do is bring those ideologies. The last thing I'm trying to do is use those ideologies that surround us in the real world to judge a game. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, people, they dislike, you know, the Me Too and all this crazy shit. And, you know, they feel like it's all types of weird shit. And they carry like that. Like, a lot of people, they hate women, and they hate women in power and all this crazy shit. And they bring that type of thinking into gaming. And it's like, my dude, what are you on right now? Like, you hate women that much? Really? Do you have a woman? Like, and some of these people be married. And I'm like, yo, how the fuck are you married? How's any woman laying with you, bruh? You really acting like a beta. Like, this shit is weird, man. And that's the shit that, like, and that's part of the reason why I stepped away from, like, debating, because a lot of these dudes ain't playing games, man. A lot of these dudes, they don't know how to speak gaming. They don't know how to, just enjoy shit, man. It's always some bullshit, man. I don't know, but I like doing the podcast, giving my thoughts, man, and being on a couple people's podcasts. I don't mind that, but I the way gaming is going in the social media world, I'm not for that. I'm not for that, man. I'm not. It's, the fanboy console war and shit like that. That stuff is funny. It's very funny when it's lighthearted. When you're debating about someone that had Xbox not having no games, or PlayStation this or that. That shit's lighthearted and that's funny. I'm never gonna not say not to do that. That type of shit's funny. But when it goes past that, and when I say goes past that, oh, this game is bad because it's a woman on the cover, or it's a woman in the game, or talking about people's lives and people's families and all this other shit. That's where I get off. That's where I get off, because I'm like, we're past the funny. Like, it ain't lighthearted no more. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'll make fun of Xbox until I'm blue in the face. I'll always look. Xbox is a personal heater. I'll always that's a joke I always make. You feel me? Lighthearted joke. Whatever. Xbox ain't got no games. They fucking up. I'll always talk about that. But all this extra bullshit, because it's a woman in the game and the main character. Listen, man. Fuck all that, man. Y'all talking about shit that don't matter. But yeah, I went on a tangent. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's the show. I appreciate y'all. Buck Rogers, gaming in the 80s and 90s was lit. Us gamers had to stick together back then. Yo, Buck, that's a fact, man. That is a fact. Gaming wasn't as popular as it was now, man. Hell no. Rome Rush said, low self-worth. People got to feel accepted, so they sell themselves out just to be a part of something. Yo, that's a fact, Rome. You hit the nail on the head, man. I also think it's social engineering. I'm gonna do a podcast on that one day too, social engineering, especially when it comes to gaming and how this fake outrage is socially engineered. I'm gonna do a podcast because I want to get my information together and really give you guys something really high quality. So when I have time, I'll do a podcast like that, breaking down social engineering and breaking down how a lot of the stuff that happens on social media it's premeditated. Even in terms of the fake outrage and the hate, it's premeditated. It's set up that way by design, but the design that you see, if you're not reading between the lines, you won't see it. I'm gonna get into that one day, maybe sometime in the summer, because between work and shit like that, I'd be so tired. Because I really want to break that down and really give you guys a really in-depth show, showing proof, and that'll be a really good thing. Maybe in the summer I'll talk about social engineering. But yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all coming through. AI said people should prosecute everyone who makes death threats. Examples are needed. Yo, facts, man. People making death threats to these developers and shit. Y'all hey, I'm good, man. You wouldn't even tell a coworker you were a gamer. Now they ask if you want to play COD with them. Man, back in the day, man, school, especially middle school, I used to bring my Game Boy to school, man. Me and my friends, man, we used to play Pokemon and shit, man. Set up them link cables. I also played football though, so I don't know. I was on both sides of the spectrum, I guess. I hope no one hurts Neil or his family over this game because people are crazy. Your AI, man, ain't nobody gonna. Yo, one thing, man, these gaming dudes, them threats is all bullshit. They ain't gonna do nothing. They not doing nothing to that man. They not. But yeah, guys, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Watch a couple shows, probably play some games. I do appreciate all y'all coming through, man. Wavy, Buck, Rome, AI, Jamar, Sick Humor, Dwayne. Who else is here? Super Milkshake, Buck Rogers, Fresco, Logical 9 Cents, Envy, Pitch Black, Raph, and whoever else came through. I know a couple people was here, man. Definitely appreciate y'all coming through. To the lurkers, to the people that, was just, if you're driving home from work or whatever, or you cooking, or, you just playing the game and listening so you can't really type. Shout out to y'all as well. Appreciate the lurkers. And I hope you guys enjoyed this trailer reaction / and then Naughty Dog hate talk. Yeah, I'm not talking about this no more on this channel. Y'all ain't got to worry. This is the last day I'm talking about it. Tomorrow, depending on how that Inside Xbox go tomorrow, I might be doing another podcast. Because if PlayStation gonna drop some crazy news tomorrow, we definitely gonna be talking about it. But we're gonna wait and see. And depending on what this Inside Xbox, what they show, I may be doing a couple of trailer reactions with that as well, and talking about talking about the gameplay and stuff like that. But guys, Last of Us Part 2, June 19th, 2020. Inside third party. Yo, Buck, you already know, bro. They showing all the PS5 games there for next gen, so I'm definitely gonna be there watching. But they keep saying, they keep saying temper your expectations. I hate when they say that, man. You got to get your people hyped, man. They keep saying temper expectations. But yeah, so depending how tomorrow go, we might be doing a podcast. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys have a great night. Please be safe. Play your games, enjoy your games, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.